There we go. Think we're good now? Hopefully we're live. Hopefully everything's all good. I'm looking rough today because I had terrible sleep. But we march on. I really need to sort out this webcam situation. It's constantly overexposed. I have a nice camera. Where is it? Behind me. Yeah, you can actually see it right there. Sony A6600, but I can't find a good spot to put it. But I need to maybe do that for next time. Otherwise, the exposure and everything on this camera just goes gnarly constantly. Anyway, welcome back. I'm going to try and focus a little harder today. I was watching last video back, and I feel like I didn't get as much done as I should have, basically. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. Look at that. Ooh. Speaking of getting distracted. Okay. Just trying to make myself a little less pink. I'll put that back to auto. Right. So first thing, I was gonna do this off stream, but I was like, you know what? I always talk at the start of the stream for a while anyway, so I will just do this while streaming. Rip. Okay. The Mothman just posted my stream. Fair enough. Yep, so I want to quickly write up these notes basically from last time, so feel free to just grab a snack or a drink while I'm doing this. But I thought I'll just get the stream going so I can chat while doing this. But basically we played a couple of rounds of Lethal Company yesterday, me and a couple of viewers, Demonic and John Ultrakill. And I took a couple of notes of things that I liked or didn't like while we were playing, and I just want to get those written down real quick. So, there were things I noticed. So one was no rollover quota. When I probably need to zoom this way in for you guys, huh? Hang on. Where is there we go. When finishing a quota 3 days and a new quota is assigned, you keep your current money, but the quota progress will be reset to 0. Now, I'm not sure if I like that. I was thinking of basically keeping it rolling. But anyway, this isn't what this note is supposed to be about. So I've got that written down. I'm just trying to get this out of my Boomer notebook and into some sort of digital software that I can use. So I'm going to cross that out. Another thing I noticed, Lethal Company still in early access. One thing I liked was when you have to be landed to scan, get to see. No, wait, that wasn't what it was. When scanning area, right mouse button, use adds up total value of scanned items, which I thought was cool. I don't believe we even show anything when it scans. So again, I'm going to try not to form too many opinions about what I should or shouldn't do, but I'm just going to write down what I observed, and then we will take that into account with things that I want to change or things that I think they did really well. In-game invites for Steam overlay or escape menu. Done while in ship. So that was something I found interesting, because in my game right now, there is a main menu. And one thing, again, I'm trying not to talk about what I, have opinions on this stuff, but the reason I wrote that down is I didn't love either of these options, basically. I think the Steam overlay is necessary, but the escape menu thing, I feel like that should be in World somewhere in Project Deep. I will write that down since I did have that. Also gonna do that because we will obviously have that as a link, but if I change the name, then it'll update. Okay. What else did I have? Save slots. Keep progress. I think that was the host only. Host keeps progress between days. Just found that interesting. I was not planning on having any kind of saving, but I guess that makes sense. Most roguelikes I feel like don't. Some salvage, scrap have interactions or effects. We had the mask, and there was like, I don't remember what else. There was like there was something else. I'm just trying to remember. What was it? The toilet paper? There was something else. Whatever. I get the point. I'll get the point anyway. Interactions or effects. So interactions being you can do something while holding it, or effects being like some condition is applied to you while you have it, which I think is really cool. Made me think of having radioactive material you could collect in Project Deep that would give you the radioactive condition. Anyway, let's keep getting through this. There was text chat. I believe that was proximity though. Didn't like that, but I do like, I guess text chat I think is something that I hadn't really thought about, but we probably should do, and will be pretty easy. When landing, show info overlay, which had like seed, biome, hostility, was seamless. There was a mechanism to TP back to ship, seemed to be free. Also can spam scan. Short delay. You could basically spam right mouse button all the time. Slight, what do I call it? Slight visibility in darkness. Torches not needed due to limitless scan. Again, I'm not making a commentary on what on this game in particular. Like, some people might disagree, like some of these, hate some of these, whatever, but this is just the stuff that stood out to me as inspiring, or things that I want to think more deeply about. So yeah, in particular, I had beside this one, in fact, I'll split that into two. No downside cost. Okay. Again, sorry for doing this on stream. If it's boring and you're watching the VOD, just go ahead and skip if you like. But I am trying to show some of the more minute-to-minute process of, well, my process anyway, of making a game more or less from start to finish. Part of that is design, part of that is inspiration, part of that is trying to match expectation, because that's the other thing too. I don't want I generally try to play similar games to the game I'm making as little as possible. Like with Folklore, I played very, very little Bigfoot. In fact, maybe a couple of rounds of it, and I didn't play many of the other games because I don't want to be too inspired by that stuff to where every time I have a design decision to make in my head, I just automatically, without thinking, do the same thing. I think it's good to like leave some questions that you solve yourself, because that's the opportunity for creativity, I feel like, and iteration on what people have done before. However, there is an element of how do I say this, like expectations in genres. So people that play a game like this and have played other games like Project Deep will expect certain things by default. Like there'll be certain things that are just natural to them and they understand, and would feel weird if they're missing. So I'm making sure basically I'm catering to trying to cater to the expectations of the genre while keeping my game sitting as far from every other game in the genre as possible. I guess I did that in Folklore. I tried to do that in Folklore by having there's a few like scripted hunting games around, but with Folklore Hunter I tried to basically differentiate it in a few ways, one of which was having like kind of a puzzle, kind of story lore aspect to it, to each of the hunts. So it wasn't just the monster combat, it was the exploration of the map, learning about what it does and doesn't do, and discovering like what happened before, etc. And then also the contract system, which it seems like not many people play, to be honest. Probably shouldn't have done that in that game, because that took a long time to do. Regardless though, sorry, I do need to check this message. I just put Folklore Hunter into what is it, the Too Many Games showcase this year. I'm just making sure the PR team's got what they need for that. But yeah, the contract system is also different to a lot of those games where okay, you know what? Sorry. My webcam keeps distracting me, so I'm just going to set this to auto exposure. It's probably going to make me really bright, but otherwise I'm going to just it's going to keep distracting me. Why is that so bright? Whatever. Just leave it. Just don't look at it. Okay. Yeah, so Folklore with the contract system, that was slightly different too, like randomized kind of hunts as well. Anyway, back on topic, but that is why, that's my thought process behind this, in case that's interesting to anybody. I'm going to continue on with the things from the Lethal Company playthrough that I noticed. What I noticed that I would, I want to think about more deeply. Cost of death equals percent of money offset by recovery of bodies items. And that might not be completely accurate, but that is what that's what came across to me as a relatively new player. Because right now in Project Deep, for example, you lose your cargo in your submarine if you die. If everybody dies, you lose all the cargo in the mother sub. But if you die as a single person dies and they don't have anything in their submarine, there is no cost right now. So there's no risk. So that stood out to me as a way to potentially add a little bit of cost to it. And I think I would, again, I'm trying not to think about what I would do in my game just yet, but I guess I am accidentally. if possible, I think I'd want to do your character appears back on the ship, but you need to basically either fix up, pay the cost of repairing your submarine, because each person has their own sub in a certain docking station. So if your sub was recovered by another player, you would pay a smaller cost to basically get it fixed. Or you would essentially purchase a new one. And so those costs would be there, but they would be contextualized in-game a little more than just a kind of a report card system, which is what Lethal Company had, which it works really well for them. But again, that's just where my mind went with it. So I'm trying to trust my gut a little bit on some of this stuff. Okay, cost to travel. Okay, so this was an interesting one. So cost to travel doesn't cost to whatever you call it, like to re-land at same location, your same moon you have already traveled to. Now this one I found really interesting, because for a few reasons. One was that it feels like that would be really hard to balance then, because naturally the thing that I would lean towards would be, okay, so if you have to pay to travel to a location, that location has way more stuff. Probably more difficult, more loot. But the thing is, if the cost is only paid once to get there, then I feel like the balance reason for adding a cost to go to that location is almost lost in a way. Or maybe not lost in a way, but it's not as simple as I'm putting $1,000 down to go to a location that has lots of loot to hope that I get more than 1,000 back. It's I'm going to a location for $1,000. We're not leaving there now. we're gonna stay. I guess you have to leave to go back to the global market, or the whatever they call it, the corp world. Do have to leave to corp world eventually, which I actually hadn't considered it right until the second, so that makes sense. But the game does encourage you to stay to rerun same location if possible, because then you pay less cost, right? And there's no real downside to doing that. So that was the first thing I noticed about that. The second one about that same kind of concept was, I felt like I was expecting it to feel weird when we landed on the same. So we left the moon, or whatever you do, went up to space, and then we re-landed on the same moon again to start a new day. And the procedural stuff obviously all changed, right? So like it was technically a different map on the inside. I was expecting that to be really jarring and not feel not like to basically stand out. But I didn't actually notice it until I was thinking about it after the fact. So what I'm going to write down for that is regenerating the level theme moon players and playing the same one again as a new day didn't feel jarring, even though even though the layout changing doesn't make logical sense. Maybe they have some space reason that works or whatever, but I'm not sure. But for Project Deep anyway, that wouldn't make sense. Like you go to the kelp forest, go back to your mother sub, and then anchor, de-anchor. Then you anchor again on the next day, exit. The mother sub hasn't moved. That would, I feel really jarring in my game if the level was now different. So what I'm doing currently is forcing you to travel to a new place at the end of every day. The locations that you get to choose from at the start of the day get replaced every single day, so you can't pick from the same list again. So you could pick the same theme, but it's technically a different place. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing currently. I just found that really interesting. I expected it to seem weird, but I didn't even notice it. Themed, salvage, makes sense. What does that say? Oh yeah, how many bodies recovered, etc. I feel like I wrote another thing down, but I don't see it there. It was like amount of loot was displayed as like class rank, I think, which was like A, like S, class rank tier, like cars, like A, S, A, B, C, D, kind of, I think. Again, found that interesting. All right. Anyway, that's cool. I'm gonna leave those notes there. I'll do more with them. Again, I probably could have done that off stream, but I thought I can show you this process. It only took 20 minutes of me getting what I had written down in my notebook, scribbled at the time, to slightly more formed notes. Anyway, for today, now that I've done that, I did have a couple of plans, which I'm actually going to try to start writing down, not on my notes, so that you guys can see more. Because I was watching some of my VODs back, and I 21, 4, 26. Yeah, I was watching some of my VODs back, and you just can't tell what's in my notebook. So I feel like it'd be more helpful if you're watching this as a, hey, here's how I make games, to see like basically what I have. And even when I hold it up to the camera, like it doesn't really show very well. But yeah, don't need a tag. So what I had written down is how do I do? There we go. Exit mother sub docked location, teleport door. I'll explain some of these in a second. I'll just get them down. Global market location, map plus spawning plus assets, mother sub art kit. I'm not sure whether to call it mother sub or mothership, or something completely different. It's just confusing because there's submarines that. What the hell is with my exposure? Did I not set that to auto? That's doing a terrible job at autoing. Damn it. Alright, I'm going to have to keep on adjusting that annoyingly. Unless there's a way, sorry. Is there a way anyone knows where I can have it like auto? Like an auto exposure type thing? Whatever. Mother sub, what else did I have? Fix this once and for all. Sorry, bear with. I don't know why my color's gone all fucked up now. Here we go. There we go. I mean, who cares? You don't watch this to see my face, do you? But I just trying to look semi-presentable with these videos. Whatever. I don't know why that's not working. Okay, I'll get someone to help me with all that at some point. Or switch to my other camera. Come on, why is the zoom? Zoom in. No one wants to see my room. Okay, anyway, mother sub, art kit, and what else? Interact. Icon, text, progress, and design. Lights, themes, params. Okay, I doubt we're going to get to all of this today, but mother sub. I need a cooler name for that, I feel like. Anyway, so here is what I want to do. Again, I won't get this all done today because I've already waffled for a while, but exiting the mother sub, basically, there's we added this door the other day or yesterday when you're docked at a location that has a door. I'm gonna actually do that first. Control airlock door closed state, and it's somewhere I'm going to need to handle players left on location airlock when traveling away. Basically, if someone leaves while you're in the global market, like what happens? Anyway, yeah, so we added this door so when you're at a location that you can actually exit on foot. This door opens. It doesn't go anywhere or do anything, but I am basically just in the middle of the mesh of the sub, so we need to do something there. I also don't have character animations. I totally forgot that we need to do that at some point. That one, come on, that one definitely needs to go in here. Whoops. Yep. Anyway, I'll quickly exit. So that's the door thing. Teleport door, I need to probably have a door in here somewhere that teleports you basically outside. Global market location, that's just the actual like physical map of the global market, which I'll show you what I've done for that. Then at some point, hopefully today, maybe not, I want to start converting the interior of this sub to a modular kit that we can work with. Because if you saw the stream yesterday, these are all planes. These walls and stuff, which means I can't really build the inside of the sub with planes very easily. Then I wanted to look at some interaction stuff at some point. We pretty much just have this white dot in the center of the screen that does nothing when you look at something that's interactable, and it doesn't show you what key to push or anything. And then I need to do, or want to do, some design of going through the actual zones. Is it zones? Themes? Whatever we're calling them. This is all just AI garbage, by the way. I just said, hey, what are some ideas? Just to get the ball rolling. So I need to go through and create the actual array of what the themes are going to be, what the environment's going to look like, what stuff you'll find there, etc. But that will be the last thing, and that will be design-wise. Like we'll do it in a document like this to basically create an asset list of stuff I need to make, and decide how many themes we're going to have, etc. So there you go. I have a very dry mouth. Apologies. I did forget to do a sound check, so let me do that real quick just to make sure everything's all fine there. Do a quick clip. Bear with.
in a document like this to basically create an asset list of stuff I need to make and decide how many themes we're going to have. Very granular.
Yeah, it's probably fine. Probably fine. Don't want that music to be too loud. Okay. So I'm going to start pumping through a bunch of this as quickly as I can, basically, to get some progress done. So the first thing was travel location, control airlock, door close state. So to do that, we have these locations that you can go to. I believe this is a base class-ish, which does not need to have that variable anymore. Some functions going on. I guess I can put the function here. Called allow airlock access. No, it'll be like open airlocks. Allow airlock usage, or like allow prevent airlock. No, Jesus, allow airlock usage. I'm just gonna go with this, and I can rename it later. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be const pure public and return a return value. Allow airlock usage by default. Will be true, I think. It's probably the easiest way to do that. And then the dive site, we just say, no, you can't go through the airlock, unfortunately. So that data is now there. And now we just can go to the actual airlock doors or whatever is controlling this stuff. Update door state, get the current location, allow cast location. Something airlock, allow airlock usage. Okay. Ugly code is ugly, but it's all good. Okay. That should do it. So should be basically the same. So at the global market, I can use that. If I go somewhere else, okay, that's a problem. The problem being, let's see, this needs to be a function, I guess. Should open airlock. Should airlock be open? Yeah, desired airlock open state. Pure, again, const is fine. And if I do this as a function, that's just going to make this easier for me to say if that cast fails, then we're going to close it. If there's no current location, basically. Which should handle that problem where when we travel, we don't have a current location, the door closes. Beauty. Now just travel back, make sure that opens again. There we go. And our door opens up. Beautiful. All right. That one is done. I will now commit. Down a bit more for you. Travel locations now control airlock door open states. Now we're going to do the exiting and the teleport. Kind of the same thing, to be honest. All right. So when you exit, I don't really have a super good like place for it to happen. So I'm just gonna like kind of fake it. Well, not fake it, but I'm just gonna like placeholder it. Because it's a submarine, actually, would be up here, wouldn't it? You would be something like this, probably. There'd be a spot up here that you would get to from down here. Okay. I really need to put some more lights around because I cannot see what the hell's going on half the time. Is there a light here? There is. Okay, now we need one here. Yeah, whatever, I'll just do that for editor time so I can see. And then, yeah, there'll be a door here. So again, when we get to the kit, we're going to position the stuff and make the stuff proper. But we don't have that right now. So the next thing will be to basically have a way to get up there. I'm going to make that literally just a cube for now. And because I might do it as a hatch, actually. I'm not sure if I'll do it as a door or a hatch. So we'll say BP mother teleport. I'll call it teleport door. But that can be changed for something else. I guess there would be a mesh. Teleport door. Okay, so we got that. We would need to add our interaction thing. And put a pretty much anything. Cube. What kind of mesh can we use for this? Sure. be an anglerfish. So we have our door. You know what? That's just going to confuse people if they come into the stream. I won't do that. God damn, where's just a normal editor cube? There we go. All right. So we have this door thing. That I believe will do stuff when I interact with it. Yep, you see the prints in the top left? Okay, and then let's see. How am I going to do this? I guess I have a... Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'll just do it like that. Teleport destination. Okay, and then when you interact, we're going to say get the interacting pawn and teleport them to... Uh, I'm not going to do it like that, actually. I'm just going to have a teleport target, and I'll make that just literally an actor that we can eyedropper to, I think. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have one of these doors out here somewhere, wherever it would be, and then we would have another one up here somewhere, probably in the side of that thing. Remember, this is all placeholder art that we're going to change once we get the functionality working. And now we need the teleport targets. So, I'll do it in here as well. I'm going to do another actor, BP, character, transform. Skeletal mesh on there actually, and that will be hidden in game. We'll render it as static. $88.34 on the capsule. It's 86 on the mesh. Okay, line thickness. Give it a different color. There we go. Hopefully if I do no collision, it'll still do what I want, which is basically to... No, it didn't. Shit. Okay. Why is that not? No, even if I do that, it doesn't. Buckle. What the frick? Why is this doing that? That's so weird. Maybe it has to be the root component? That's it. That has to be the root component. There we go. I just want to be able to snap it to the ground, basically. All this is basically is just to make sure that the character doesn't snap, doesn't, you know, clip into the ground. So when you exit from the other one, you will end up here. So we'll go to this door, eyedropper, I'm over here. And then this door, which is the one up there, needs to come back down here. I suppose actually what I could have just done is linked the doors. Why didn't I do that? That's so weird. Why didn't I do that? Well, whatever. I've done it now. I mean, this is technically more flexible, but like, am I ever going to want to have you go through a door to a different place than the other door that you're connected to? Probably not. Anyway. So this will be character character transform mother sub surface. Teleport door mother subsurface. Mother sub exit. Okay, cut those, edit this, place, and hopefully those are all still linked. Damn it, they're not. Okay, teleport target, teleport target, this. There we go. All right. Holy moly, that took a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, so now, yeah, now when you go through one of these doors, we grab that, yeah, we teleport to the target. I mean, pretty sure that will just work already, will it not? Uh, oh, it did, I just can't see. Right, that's why I need the light up here. There we go. Cool, so now we can actually exit the sub. Just make sure that works as a client, eh? Seems to. Server goes up. Client sees them gone. Server goes back down. Client sees them there. If they both go up. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. All right. We're in business. I think that was all I needed to do for this one. Let's see. Okay. Teleport, doors, and mother. Sub exits. What's the time? 1 o'clock. Not too bad. Doing okay. You pick up the pace ideally a little bit more. Okay, so now I want to do this one, or part of it anyway, is basically getting the location to appear when you go to, for example, the global market, which is just a level. And it's pretty ugly right now, but I did throw something rough together as a placeholder for us to fix up at some point. So I'll find that. So maps, global market. Yeah, so we stream the level in at this position, which is actually a little bit problematic. Gonna have to literally just make everything higher to account for that. This is so cursed. And then rotate. Yeah, 180. Because I didn't make the level in the right place. Okay. I'm not really sure about scale or anything really with this, what we've got here. But some sort of, yeah, ominous market location. So we save that. Wait, did that really not? What the frick? Why did that not save? That's why, because I'm moving the frigging pivot, aren't I? Sorry, I need to do this one more time. Still getting used to this new way they do level instances. There we go. Saved at that time. I was moving the thingy. So yeah, basically when you get to the thing, we'll load this level in. So I can take that out for now. Now the way we're going to do that is, let's see. Let's see. Game state. When we arrive at a location, okay, we need some callbacks into these, I think. I'll do that real quick. Yeah, because the location itself should probably be in charge of that. Travel manager. Let's see. Where is gameplay, travel location? This is what I want. So we're going to need some more events in here. Rider's probably still loading. Might be a bit laggy. Sorry. So we have arrived at location. We have departed location. Yeah, pretty much all we need, I think. Make these native events, I guess. Let's do this. Come on, Ryder. Get everything together. Why is it taking so long? I usually try to open Ryder before I start the stream so I don't have to wait for whatever it's doing right now, but I forgot to this time, unfortunately. Cool. So we have these events now. Very good. I need to grab a Coke once we've done this, but I'll quickly try to finish this. There we go. It's all compiled in. Making not too bad progress, actually. Okay, so if I go global market location, because we kind of have two systems right now that is kind of like spawning the levels, I guess, in a way. but I'm gonna yeah, use the new system for the global market here. So when you arrive or depart, we're gonna level instance I actually have no idea if this is going to be replicated, by the way. I hope it is. Get level instance subsystem. Load level instance. That's what I want, actually. Unload stream level by object reference. I think. I think that's what I want. So that to be global markets. I don't have a world context, huh? Shit. Do we really not? We should, I think, have an outer. That might crash. We'll see. Anyway, it might work, might crash. We'll see. Don't think it loaded. That's for sure. Because I didn't call the function. Also, we're gonna just do this as the host to start off with. Okay. So now, where was I? Game state where we were looking before. When we arrive at the location, we enter the state, and I guess I guess it will be here. That did look like it was trying to load. If I do blocking, make sure this is set. Wait, sorry, global market. None. No, it's not none. For frick's sake. It's just not loading for some reason. Failed to find level streaming object associated with. What does that mean? Failed to find. Is this not what I want? Okay. Stream level. Does this not have any functions on it? No, it doesn't. So that, I believe, is useless. So that one's not working. What does this one work? Let's see. Yeah, that one does. But that's not what. Jesus, level instance. That was offset for some reason. Okay, how about then? How shit? How am I gonna do this? I need to. I think one thing I need to do is give this access to the world. This is going to take a second, sorry, but I feel like how do I do that again? Unreal U object world context world. Yeah, so this no. Yeah, there's like a specific way. You just have to be careful. What about AI? Here we go. Yeah, get world override. And what does it get outermost? No, get outer, get world. Hopefully that's fine. I do remember I thought I had to do something to make sure it doesn't crash in the editor, but we'll see. I need to basically, what I need to do is expose the world so that I can spawn actors and do stuff. Because that's, I think, what I'm going to have to do. Possibly, is spawn an actor. Well, maybe I don't have to do that, but that's the, since the other streaming method is not really working the way I thought it would. If I do this via actor, it might work better. Global market. So I should be able to spawn actor. I should have shown you. Oh no, there we go. It didn't work, so I can show you. So you can't. I can't spawn an actor right now. Because I'm pretty sure it's because I don't have access to the world. Yeah. Unreal U object spawn actor. God, I should have written this down last time I did it. I'll find it. No, none of this is. Feel like. Was it really not that I just had to expose the world? Okay, I think the way I saw this originally was like it was like Unreal U objects inventory something something. Someone did like a series of blog posts about replicating U objects, which we are doing now. And I believe in here they gave it access to the world, which is where I think I first saw this. I mean, hang on. We already, we literally just did that. Get world. Where are these things created? Is it like game? The game state? Yeah. Outer is travel manager. What do we just do? Outer is self. What the fuck is going on? Get. I feel like this didn't compile or something. I don't know. This should be fine. This I is this I believe this code is just the same as what I have, isn't it? Well, I guess actually, hang on. They do it in the header file. Maybe that matters. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's basically the same. Maybe something changed lately in 5 that means you can't do this again. Yeah, there's a new system in 5. Okay. Might still work though, hopefully. All right. Otherwise, yeah, I'll figure out another. God damn, another way to do this. Um, open. Because I don't have to spawn an actor, but I mean, the heck? You just can't do that that way. That's fine. I'll figure out another way. Um, want more viewers? No thanks. Okay. Another way then, if we're not going to do it like that, I guess we'll just do it here. Load. Mm, spawn level. Load level instance. Tsoft object pointer. Let's just start with just this one. I think I'm just gonna have to basically expose this. But that's fine. Load level instance. So now we can do stuff like get outer, or actually you if it's not a valid world, I will log and enable to load level instance or location world is null. Just return. Okay, if we do have it, we can go world spawn actor deferred a level instance something. What do we do differently here? Okay, load, so a level instance, just the raw one. A level instance static class. Then we need the transform. Then the owner, which would be don't really want to do this. I guess we'll just do null. Null pointer, null pointer. E spawn. So we do always spawn and then yeah, whatever the last one is fine. Multiplier with root, I guess. Holy hell. I'm not sure if this is going to work, to be perfectly honest. Level instance actor. No. Replicates. Level instance actor relevant. Huh? What else? There's one more thing, wasn't there? Force net relevant. Oh, we already kind of do that anyway, so it's fine. Okay, so we have the thingy. Now what? Finish spawning actor. Oh, I have to do that twice then. Okay, finish spawning actor. That's it, right? Unload level instance. I'm going to need to return the pointer at the back of this function. Return null. Return level instance actor. Oh shit. World ref. Unload level instance. I think we can just say if not is valid. Otherwise, we can just say level instance actor destroy, I think. But yeah, before we finish spawning the actor, the other thing we needed to do was level instance actor. Like, how do I tell it what level again? Set world asset. That might work. Don't know. We shall see. Excuse me. Yo, John, welcome in. How's it going, my friend? God, this cough just keeps getting nastier. It's going good. That's good. Right. So hopefully this will work and we can continue on with what I was supposed to be doing. Making today. Man, excuse me. I'm just gonna grab a coat. My throat is freaking out right now. I'll be 1 second. Sorry about that. Um, right now I'm making making it so the global market map actually loads when you go to it. But so far we've done some stuff with the airlock controls and basically added a new section to, where are we? The mother sub with teleport doors, so that you can when the airlock's open, you can go through the door and get to the outside world pretty much. But we are currently battling level streaming. Level instance. I don't know if this is going to work, but we will see. If this loads it. There we go, it does. Okay, cool. Level instance 0. Alright. Very good. How long will I be streaming today? Maybe like another half an hour. I don't want to go too long. I'm trying not to push my voice too much. We'll see how we go. All right, so that level is actually loading now, which is good. So I can keep a reference to this. The loaded level instance, and then when we depart, unload level instance, like that. Private. I just need to make sure that depart gets called, which I don't think it does right now, but I will find a spot for that. I guess. On travel started. You got family over currently? All good. Yeah, no worries. Spend some time with family, man. It's all good. Let's see. So when we travel to, I just want to see where, like, how long we have the reference to the old location we were at when we start traveling. Teleport, travel to. I think we still have it, possibly. Yeah, if we do that, we should have arrived. Yep, so we have the global market, and then when I travel away, it did not get rid of it. Maybe this didn't run, or maybe this didn't run. One of these things didn't happen properly. Thanks, John. Catch you later, man. Yeah, current level is already shit. Okay. Okay, well, what we could do then, travel manager, get current location. We have another one, U function, blueprint pure. Travel location, get last, get last valid location. Get last arrived location, that'll do. And that literally we can just return location, I'm pretty sure. Kind of like a little bit jank there, but it'll be fine, I think. Good, the level streaming's working though. I guess it just didn't want me to do it in Blueprint. I guess that makes sense. Because you gotta be kind of careful with that stuff. But yeah, it was fine once we exposed the function. Ah, shit. Game state. Last arrived. Okay, should be last arrived location, but it doesn't say that. But that's fine. Okay, so now if I play, we're at the market, corp world, whatever. There we go. Now we're unloading. Yeah, we got rid of that level. Okay, very good. Now let me just check that in multiplayer. So because we're at the world, I should actually be able to just. Ooh. No, it's only. Yeah, it's only loading for the host. Okay. Let me quickly see how the world does it. One tile X, blah blah blah, do a whole bunch of stuff. Eventually, we spawn the thingy. Oh, that's just preset, huh? It's just preset. That's interesting. Okay. That might complicate things ever so slightly, but can I do level instance? Uh, BP global market level instance. Try that. Maybe. So let's see the travel. Oh, geez. Tile level instance. No, that's not what I want. The location. So rather than passing in a world now, we're going to pass in a uh, T soft T subclass of a level instance. Level instance class. Like I'm fumbling around a little bit here trying to do this, but I don't think I need any of that. Let me just pass in the class here. We'll try that, I guess. I need to probably yeah, once I get this working, probably off stream, unless you guys really want to see some refactoring on stream, uh, like abstract this a little bit. Because I feel like the locations probably, well, I don't know, maybe they do. Don't need to be dealing with the details of how exactly the level gets loaded. They should just be able to say, hey, I want this level, make it be there. Um, but then again, maybe that is kind of the. I guess I need to figure out exactly what the responsibility of the location is. Okay, global market. Level instance, so we don't need that anymore. Okay, 2 players. Now, does the client see? Still no. I mean, does the server see it? No. What? You know why? Because I never called this. I never finished the spawning. There we go. The client has it now as well. And the server should as well. I can tell because of the lighting already. Yep. Very good. So both have the global market spawned. Very good. Whew, that was a bit of a mission, more so than I wanted. I would really like not to have this asset, to be perfectly honest with you. Because it's like just an extra thing that I feel like doesn't need to exist. Maybe it does. Not really. Well, I'll leave it as is for now, but that can be a thing for at some point that would probably be good. Just so that there's less stuff I need to make um, every time I want to add a new level. Because now I have to add a location, the map itself, and the level instance itself actor, which, yeah, kind of annoying. Cool. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to commit that so far. We're making progress. That was fast, John. Welcome back, man. Okay, revert unchanged. Ooh, what is happening? Exposed level loading functions to travel destinations. Global market now loads the map. Exposed arrival departure events to travel destinations. And obviously we'll do cost in that at some point as well. Yeah, Lethal Company was good, eh? Yeah, I enjoyed that. I took some notes about it as well, which I wrote at the start of the stream. But yeah, got a lot of good use out of that. Definitely got to play again sometime. Yeah, I probably won't have time today, but maybe later in the week. I need to finish this list today, hopefully. I'm not going to finish that list looking at it. This is not going to happen. At the very least, I might be able to get both of those done, possibly. But what I will quickly do is if I go to my maps, global market, and put that at 0, that is how it's going to look. So, and obviously this is all placeholder, but there would need to be, um, you know, whatever, some sort of walkway to get over to it. Or I don't know, I need to kind of like design out exactly what is going to be here, but I mean, it's going to essentially boil down to a thematic place to sell your scrap with a whole bunch of pipes, probably. Um, but yeah, I'm just going to add a quick walkway since we don't have one right now. Demonic was clutching very hard. He was doing amazing work. In fact, both of you were pretty. I would have been very much screwed without you both. All right. So there's this, and then basically, I'm not sure if I'm going to let you actually go up into here or not. And I need to handle what happens if you try to jump off, touch the water, all that kind of stuff. But the point is there would be a whole bunch of pipes here, which I guess I could put into the level while I'm here. They won't really do anything just yet, but again, I need to kind of get some of the other assets finished before I can make this like properly how it's going to be. But You'll get the point. Big old pipes, basically. I'll just do that for now. I'll just do one just to give the impression of what I'm going to eventually be going for. That's where all your stuff will get sent through. Well, probably. I don't know. I'll probably change how that looks and everything, but in theory. So you would dock, you would come over here. And you would need to have one of these cell board things. Um, Docking station display. No. What are those things called? It'll be the same thing for now. Eventually, it'll be different. Mother sub cargo viewer. Yep. Yeah, this is where you sell, basically. It's going to be the idea. Yeah, just in terms of mechanics, not really in terms of any final art or placement or anything like that. Just in terms of getting something working. This board would need to go into this level. I don't know, could make that red, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Basically, just don't jump off. Sell your shit to the corpse. When we come back and do the modeling of this, it'll give me an idea of what I need to make, kind of thing. But I'm imagining, yeah, like some sort of big board, essentially, where and maybe like a speaker or like like an intercom camera kind of thing where you can see the directors, or something like that. Anyway, it's kind of the rough image I have in my head. We had a little bit of concept art we're playing around with for that. Uh, Possibly could even do silhouettes and stuff, but yeah, and I'll need to make like the what I've got there, the basically the big cube is a representation of what will eventually be this kind of thing. Um, but yeah. So if we delete that, I'm interested to see now if that actually links up properly. 45% value. It is. Okay, so they are linked. Very good. Cool, cool. Okay, I'm going to do this as separate commits. Bear with. Um, mhm. Okay. I need to also now quickly make it that, yeah, that one, that you can't use the other board to sell. That should be quick. Like this board should just be a display, not actually be usable in any way. So I will make a boolean exposed here, allow selling, which will be false by default. Where's the widget? Here we go. Get user widget, cast to cargo viewer, let allow selling. Okay, now we have that data in here. Let's see. How does it determine whether we're allowed to sell? On cargo update. Can sell. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that part of it specifically, but does the cargo slot the thing that actually does the selling? It does. Shit. I actually need to feed this data through quite a few places to get it to where I need it to be, but that should now flow through that boolean all the way from the actor all the way into the slots. So this one we have allow selling off, and then do we still have the other world loaded? No. Global markets. Board here will allow you to sell. That does not work very well with the map. Okay, cool. And then yeah, you would see your salvage there. So I will quickly try that, I suppose. Let's go to this one. All right. Look there. Anchor. Mm-hmm. All right. Now let's just grab the first bit of salvage we see. Okay. Oh, geothermal vent, look at that. There we go. That's all I need. Just one piece I can test it with. I'm not going to get bubble worm. Seems okay. Mm. Watch the eel. Oh, God. There's the Meg. Dock. Okay, so we have salvage here. I click it, nothing happens. If I leave now, I click it, nothing happens. Very good. The door opens. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? Where am I? Oh, I'm at the market already? Okay. Yeah, and I can sell here if I want for today's rate, which is 40%. I should show your quota here as well. Actually, now that I think about it. Probably do like a custom board here, but I'll just use what we have for right now. Have I seen the company cruiser yet? No, I don't think I have. There we go. So it shows me the value there as well. Okay, cool. Now I can only sell at markets. Um, okay. There's another thing that isn't on this list that I probably should do real quick before I get to the next thing on this list, which it's one of the most janky things you'll find in the game. Okay. Which is that when I finish a drop and it starts a new, like gives me a new list of options, it always takes me to the market by default. Which is not really, it's taken me to, yeah, first dive site options, not really. Not really what I want. I mean, that's so gross though. Would have to be, right? Yeah. So now we're at this one. Also, the names are all messed up, but you travel there real quick. And then leave. Nothing is selected right now. That's kind of weird. Um, but whatever. That's a separate bug. And maybe I like it like that actually. Um, One of the best things in the game. Right. What is it? Is it a particular moon or something? What do you say? The company cruiser. Interesting. What do you do there? Wrong drink. I'm on this one now. All right, I'll go for a wee bit longer, and then I'm gonna finish up. Um, the what else did I have? Interact icon, text, progress, mother sub, interior art, design themes, handle player left at location. You sent it? I don't see it. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong account. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Like a car? That's pretty sweet. How do you get that? Um, right. Now I do feel like doing art, but probably mother sub art kit. In the shop for 370, right? I see. I think no, I think that's a bad call on my part to do the kit just yet. I think I should leave this as grey box just a little bit longer, because I should really fill my brain with what exactly I want it to look like first before just jumping into making something. Because I'm not even sure a modular kit is what I want to do either, to be honest. Would make sense. It's usually what I do, but we could also just do custom models for this. Not sure. For now, I'll just put something here so it's not completely blank, but I'll do some reference gathering, I think, before next stream, and we'll maybe do some modeling. I need to gather reference before I do crazy modeling stuff, I think. But for now, I'll just give the indication of what the kind of feel I want. If that makes sense for a spot like this. Which is basically, I want it to kind of feel like you're in the bowels of the of the ship in a way, the sub. Mm. We have a floor light here. Just give that a slightly different shade. There we go. Weed killer to make it where you can fly with the cruiser. Like by clipping something together? God, that's annoying how that's not lined up properly. Alright, how we go? 230. Okay, let me commit that. I'm gonna actually skip down to this one because this one will be the quicker one out of all these to do before I run out of time today. Um, Yeah, so one of these streams is just going to be like all art. I'm just going to have to make a whole ton of like props, textures, models, and everything, so that we can then assemble the mothership. Mother sub. Spam jump with it. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so yeah, the next thing, or the last thing probably that I want to do is we're actually gonna probably do this in Photoshop. I want to get like a. I really liked, what was the game, Prey. Again, I didn't play. I didn't play a whole lot of this game. Um, but let me just find a random no commentary thing. I like when you're interacting with stuff, the way they show the hand like that. So there's pick up, and then there's like, yeah, mouse cursor kind of thing. Yeah, I like that a lot. So I kind of want to do that kind of style. So problem is I need to make one. Let me see praise again. The problem is I don't know if I'm gonna go for a pixelated look or not, I guess, yet. Um which is really throwing me off a little bit. Um I guess I will, just for now, to keep things simple. So I won't do it in Photoshop probably. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure um, how I want to go for that. But for now, let's just do it like that. So let's see. I'll just roughly get this laid out. Probably about here. Then we sort of come down. So the finger's about that wide. And then at some point, yeah, round it off and then sort of just whatever come down. Okay, and these sort of just step down as we go. And then we round off. Okay. There's like the rough, like, um, sizing, I guess. You got the clip? Oh man, that's pretty good. You fly off the map. Very cool. Um, yeah. Maybe what I'll do actually. How do I do this again? Size. Oh, you know what? Let's just for now leave it, but I will change it. But you didn't think this was going to be a pixel art stream. But yeah, again, I don't know if it's going to be like the art. Like I guess I just need to try stuff and decide whether I'm going to go for a pixely look or not. But there's like roughly a hand ish. Good enough, probably. Yeah, and then so I could do what I want to do is have one of these be this size. Say. I just want to like exactly transform this like by a scale amount. I don't know if there's an option for that. Because there's a slightly higher fidelity, not really higher fidelity, but you know, pixely kind of thing, you know. If we wanted to go pixel art, but not like crazy low pixel art. I don't know. I'll try both. Sorry, there's still something bugging me about that thumb. There we go. So now we've got two versions, one low fidelity, one slightly higher. We'll see about that. Oh my god, now where the hell? Hang on. I'm gonna have to dig through like my whole file system to find where to put this, I think. That is the benefit, in my opinion, of pixel art though. It's like it's super fast to make. Mm. 705 source content UI sprites, and then we will export or save as, I suppose. Export. I realize you can't see this. Hang on. Reminder that Lamprey is a native to New Zealand. Yeah, thank you for that. Did not need to remember that. All right. Do I not have a UI folder yet? HUD. This will do. Come on, remember where the UI option is. Every single time I struggle to find the option I'm looking for right here. UI, there it is. We're gonna need nearest though. There we go. Sprite, SP, cursor, link. Link small, okay. Okay, so there's one, link small, and then link large. If I'm being honest, I only remembered about the lamprey thing. It's all lamprey.png. Right, yeah. All right, so if I go to the HUD just to see like how this looks, I don't need to show engine content, interaction HUD. We have the little dot there. I don't think they even show that, do they? No, they just show. So like if I cursor image, I'll start with like the pixely one. Yeah, I mean that's all right, I guess. If I do the bigger one, I feel like that's going to work better for us though, yeah. Don't you think? Yeah, let me so we can see the difference. So now that's toggling between them. It might actually be quite hard for you guys to tell on stream now that I think about it. I do think the less pixely look is better. Let me scale these both up to 2 times the size, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go large, I think. So this can be there when you're not looking at anything, maybe. Probably don't even need to show that anymore, to be honest. Because we could have like, let's see, is there a way to tell if I'm looking at something? If I do this in a jank way just to see how it feels. Come on, tick. Get player pawn. Grab the widget interaction. And then, is there like a... Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I think I like that. What do you think? Might be a little big. Definitely, probably it's a little big. But the concept, I think, is good. Because what we could do it like this. We could also say, I would do this differently, but We don't really have a system set up for checking what you're looking at all the time, do we? We do not. That's okay. Because that'll have to be for next time, but that would show like when I look at these buttons and stuff. I'll put the ugliest code I can in there right now just because I'll remember to change it then. Okay. If it doesn't hit anything, so if we do hit something, cast it. It isn't going to work for everything, but it should be okay enough for now. Just to see how that would feel. We'd change the hand and everything, uh, the image. But now you can see I get the thing pop up when I look at the other stuff as well. Anything I can basically interact with, it shows up for. So if we go there, it should hopefully show on the sub as well. No, it doesn't because it's the wrong thing. Okay, can fix that though. Yeah, it's good. Not entirely sure what the style would be for like a button, I guess makes sense. But yeah, I really like the style of that. It's very cool. What I did want to see is somewhere in this video, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, go back. So when you interact with stuff, not that that happens a lot in the game currently. Okay, it shows, yeah, to the side the name, the text or whatever, and what keys you can push to do what, which is always basically well, it's F or click right now. All right. Your icon looks pretty good. Appreciate it. I'm just going to go to the bathroom and then I'll figure out if there's anything else I can do. Otherwise, we will wrap up there. We'll be back in a sec. Um, cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's a good direction to go, I think. I'll have to play around with like animations and whatnot for this, but I have a few more minutes, so I'll just quickly play around with this idea. But if we did get render opacity, actually, this is no, actually that is fine. What I was gonna do there. Sorry. Interrupt speed like 5. Target can be. There we go. So now it fades in. Do I want it to fade in though? Not really, actually. Because that now makes it a little bit unclear. Um, I'm just trying to think about how I would want this to look potentially in the full game, but delta time, interrupt speed, maybe 10, and then the target could be um, y like minus 20, maybe? Yeah, it's so subtle, but now when you look at it, it kind of like animates in uh, from bottom. Kind of cool, I guess. Wonder what would happen if I did spring And chirp. Can you see it real quick? You mean the icon thing? Animated the map select? You mean the fade on this? Yeah, that's animated as well. But I'm basically there's a very tiny animation. I was just like testing how it would feel on that cursor when it appears and disappears. Animated from the bottom, as in um, the cursor like goes up like that when you first look at something. I'm now going to try real quick. We'll have a few minutes to muck around with stuff that does not matter whatsoever. Um, I don't know if this is going to do anything or what it's going to do. Oh yeah, that actually did kind of work. I don't even see this doing anything now. I don't know what numbers are supposed to be plugged into spring things like this. Uh, the fuck is going on? 200. Just make every number bigger until something happens. Oh shit, that's what's going on. My bad. My bad. That's probably been working like this whole time, and I just was moving the wrong thing. Classic. How about that? This so doesn't matter either. I should not be wasting everyone's time watching me do this, but things like this will add a lot of charm to the game depending how we do them. So I just want to get a rough idea of how we are going to handle stuff like this. You might not even be able to tell what's going on here, but there we go. That, what I just spent 10 minutes wasting everyone's time doing was potentially going to add a tiny bit more humor to the feel of the UI. If you can see how that now goes up and then recovers, I'm not sure if I actually like it, to be honest. But it's gonna make yeah, it's gonna well, I feel like it's gonna make the tone be less serious if some of the UI does little kind of almost like Nintendo stuff like that. Um, but it doesn't matter. So I don't know. Well, I'll leave it for now, I guess. Now that I don't know if it looks like it to you guys, but now, in fact, if I accentuate that slightly more, it looks like in the UI someone is like going like that with their finger onto the board. Like you're reaching out to touch it, basically like it's a touch screen. I don't know. Who cares? But these details kind of matter to me kind of a lot, to be honest. the stuff that no one would ever really notice, but all right. I'm gonna leave the stream there. We're just basically just at 3 hours. Um, and yeah, next time. So we got through quite a bit of stuff. That one's like half done. I was gonna do like the progress wheel and the text and stuff as well, like in Prey, like this, but yeah, we didn't get there. And then we do need to do the kit and the design planning. So those will probably be what we do next stream. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.